The McStuffins' attic is crammed with dusty boxes, so Doc and Donnie are helping Dad clean up. Donnie pulls some toys out of one of the boxes. "This was my favorite toy ever," Dad shouts. "Kids, meet Saltwater Surge and his trusty sidekick, Wellington Whale. They are always in motion to save the ocean," Dad says with his best French accent. Dad fills Wellington's spout up with water and presses the button on the whale's back, but Saltwater Surge doesn't go anywhere. Dad presses the button again. This time, Surge pops off and falls to the floor. "Don't worry," Doc tells her dad. "I'm sure I can fix him up." Doc carries Dad's toys to the clinic. Her stethoscope glows, and all the toys come to life. Saltwater Surge, Wellington Whale, I'm Doc McStuffins, and this is everyone, Doc says. "Bonjour and hello," Saltwater Surge replies. "It is my pleasure to meet you all." Saltwater Surge hops onto Wellington's back, but falls off again. "Looks like you could use a cuddle," Lammy says. "No, no, no," Surge protests. "Saltwater Surge does not like the cuddles." Surge stretches his legs and strolls through the clinic. "It feels so good to walk around," he says. "Wellington and I have been in the attic for a long, long time. They used to belong to my dad," Doc explains to the other toys. "Dad? Who is this?" Surge asks. "Our kid had the name Marcus. I miss him." "My dad's name is Marcus," Doc says. "He was just talking about how much he would love to play with you both." Surge and Marcus together again. Can this be true? Surge wonders. "Because we are always in motion to save the ocean." Surge tries jumping onto Wellington's back. Sproing! But he falls to the floor with a thud. "Oh, Wellington, what will become of us?" Surge cries. "Surge, we can fix this," Doc assures the ocean explorer, picking him up. "We'll start with a checkup. Doc, I am in your hands. Literally," Surge says. Doc checks Surge's eyes and ears. Then she checks Wellington's reflexes. After her examination, Doc has a diagnosis. Surge and Wellington have worn button ptosis. "I bet it's because Dad played with you guys so much," Doc adds. "That's the sign of a well-loved toy." Doc needs to perform button replacement surgery. She uses her tweezers to remove the worn button. Then, she uses her microscope to find the perfect replacement button. Surge hops on to try a wild whale jump. Doc pushes the new button and Surge does a perfect flip and lands safely on Wellington's back. "Now we can play with Marcus," Surge says excitedly. "There is nothing greater than the love between a boy and his toy." "Doc, your dad's kind of grown up now," Lammy whispers. "Do you think he'll still want to play with Saltwater Surge?" "I think he'll always love Surge, no matter what," Doc tells Lammy. "And I know how to make sure Surge still gets played with by a kid." Lammy is so happy for Surge that she can't control her cuddles. She rushes over and squeezes him tightly. "I forgot the cuddles feel so good," Surge admits. Doc scoops up the toys and rushes out to the yard. "Dad," Doc calls, "I have a surprise for you." She pulls Saltwater Surge and Wellington Whale from behind her back. "Wow," Dad gasps. "They look like new." Dad presses the button on Wellington's back. Surge performs a superb somersault. "Wild whale jumps! You fixed them," Dad says. "That's so awesome!" Donnie cries. "Hey, Dad, if you're not going to play with Surge and Wellington so much," Doc whispers as she points to Donnie, Dad thinks Doc's idea is fantastic. Surge and Wellington are yours now, Dad tells Donnie. And remember what Saltwater Surge always says, Doc tells her brother. Always in motion to save the ocean.